My name is Sam Kieschnick. As a little kiddo, they called me Sam the Bug Man. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful spider? Just beautiful.
Sam Kieschnick with Texas Parks and Wildlife, clearly a bug guy. He joins us on the post this morning with a challenge. Sam the Bug Man, as I like to call him, is here this morning. Most of us, Sam, have never explored our backyards or maybe like our neighborhood park like you want us to explore. And you always tell people, you give them 2 words. You say, look closer. What does that mean?
Yeah, perspective. Perspective is one of those big words, and it takes a little while, to sort of learn perspective. But perspective is something we practice. So when I say go outside, outside can be in your front yard, your backyard, that little dinky park. That can be outside. That can be wilderness when you change your perspective. And there's a lot of things that you can see when you look closer.
Yeah, we had you on Good Day because I had heard about this event where you went out with like a big group of people, and you were there in a park for maybe a couple hours, and you found in that tiny little amount of time 350 different species, and my mind was blown. And so so you came on Good Day to talk about everything that you discovered, and I just thought, well, that looks like a little piece of grass that was down the street from my house too. So a lot of people don't think about the world like that.
Yeah, so urban biodiversity is a good word. It's an interesting word. It's something that we share this ecosystem. We share Dallas-Fort Worth with so many different species. We're lucky. I mean, we are lucky to share it with so many different bugs and plants and birds and slime molds and fungi, all of that stuff. Slime molds. Do you know about slime molds?
No, I don't, but I want to.
Slime molds congregate. They're these unicellular little things, but they congregate together and kind of make this giant blob thing.
Ooh.
You know the Blob, the 1950s movie order?
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible. We have that here in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And you use this tool, which I think we have video of. It's called iNaturalist. And this is something that all of us can do. So you are asking people to go out into their neighborhoods. Here it is. I pulled it up. And basically,
Is it iNaturalist.org?
Yeah.
You just go to the website.
You can go and take a picture of something that you find, and you can post it and say, what is this, first of all, right? So explain how it works.
Sure. Do y'all have phones?
I've got to.
Yes, me too. Trust me. Me too right here. Yeah, I know. This is my burner iPhone. So yes, we have these devices, and sometimes people will look at these devices and say, "Oh, this is a distraction from being outside." But you can also look at this as a hook. This can be a hook to engage with nature. And with our phones, we can take an image of something like a little tiny roly-poly that we have over here. We can take an image of it, and we can share data of where that thing is in space and in time.
So on iNaturalist, you take the picture, you post it, and then it basically creates like a map of what you found, where you found it, where other people are finding it. Like I was looking at just your page. 171,000 observations, more than 13,000 different species, 797,000 identifications.
This is a good addiction.
This
Is that what I should say? A good addiction?
But I think you are helping science. You're helping the world see, well, this moth is here, this moth is over here, and you wouldn't even realize that you're doing this, that you're creating this, and a kid can go and do this.
This is what's beautiful about it, is that we can all contribute. We can all contribute and explore together with naturalists around the world. I mean, I love it. I'm bonkers about this tool. And it's so much fun for me when I see an observation from, say, a little kid in their backyard of a roly-poly. I can chime in and say, wow, great observation. And maybe I'm just dreaming out loud here, but maybe that kid gets inspired by that little act of encouragement and says, you know what, I could maybe study roly-polies. I could study mosquitoes. I could study whatever it may be because they're living here with us.
Tell us about what you brought here.
Oh, roly-polies.
Some bugs to play with.
When was the last time that you got to hold a roly-poly?
Oh, I don't know.
Mine was probably last week. I have bug
It's about
hunters.
to change right now. It's about to change right now.
I had asked you when you were coming on. I was like, okay, what kind of animals should we talk about? And I thought, you know what? It's crawling on you. What do you think it's going to do?
I don't know.
This is my life, though. So
Yeah, you have a son.
I have a son and a daughter. My daughter's actually more into
You
them.
remember when you were a little kid, don't you? You remember finding a roly-poly, and that day was just the best day ever.
Yeah.
Oh, we have colonies at our house. Like my daughter
Nourish
would do a whole family.
Nourish this.
Yeah.
But look closer. Again, when we talked about changing that perspective, look closer at these things. Look for the antenna. Do you see them?
Yep, I see it.
Little antenna full of chemoreceptors, so they are sensing the environment, looking around, smelling, sensing.
They
It's
can smell?
They're pretty tough.
Wait, can they smell?
They do. Yes, they do it through chemoreception. So the chemicals in the environment, that is what they're smelling. One of the things that people know about roly-polies, well, actually, you tell me. What's one thing that roly-polies do?
As soon as you touch it, it balls up.
It rolls up in
Yep.
a little ball. So this is a way that they defend themselves, but they also maintain moisture in them. So they are crustaceans. They're more closely related to crabs than they are insects.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool. So terrestrial crabs.
And we've got some graphics that you sent me because you talk about the gills that
boy.
are on them. What in the world?
Look
What? So-
closer. Look closer.
see, there's his words, his magic words.
And-
Look
closer.
No,
closer.
look closer, and maybe you'll see these little white structures
yep.
underneath. Those are actually gills. So it needs water, it needs moisture to breathe. They're crustaceans. Isn't it fun?
I think it's so fun.
You're giving
Isn't
me
it
a
so
whole new
much fun?
appreciation of a roly-poly. I love your passion.
So it's easy to be passionate about this.
Yes.
I mean, we share Dallas-Fort Worth with thousands and thousands of different species. And dare I say, for anybody watching, those roly-polies are waiting for you. They're waiting for you to explore, to look closer, to see your natural neighbors. They're there in your backyard. They're there in your front yard. In that little park, they're there.
Yeah, and even during winter, because if you lift up the logs, you lift up the rocks. Like a lot of animals may, tend to hide in the colder months, but the roly-polies seem to be around. Yeah, this is a good time.
They're
for them,
here,
right?
and you may have to hunt a little bit more. So
Yeah.
you may have to flip over logs. When I was finding these, I was flipping over little logs. Another little technique that I like to do, please over here.
Yeah.
I will take a potato.
Oh.
And yes, I know. Potatoes.
Surprise, potato.
There you go. I just keep one in my pocket at all times.
Yeah, it's good,
Just a potato,
good,
just
good.
in case. And you cut that in half.
Okay.
And then you can take this potato and put it outside somewhere, underneath a log, underneath a rock, and let it sit for a couple days. When you come back, you can flip over that potato, and I bet you'll see little bugs.
I'm
that come
totally
to it.
doing this.
It's a great little naturalist experience, an
Okay.
experiment that you can do.
You know, it was interesting because I had mentioned to our producer that you were bringing on roly-polies, and she said, "Did you realize that that's one of the questions that the New York Times asked when they're trying to figure out what area that you're from?" So apparently, there's all these different questions about the different words and what you call certain things, like kind of like soda. Do you call it pop? Do you call
Right,
it Coke?
Coke,
This
yeah.
was the question.
Sody
and so
water.
she pulls it up and she says, "What do you call the small gray bug that curls up into a ball?" When
Pill
it's
bug,
touched?"
I've heard that one.
So I then went into like this deep dive. There's like more than like 30 different words for roly-polies. Some of them potato bugs, which is funny that you bring a potato with you. Cheesy bugs, chiggy pugs in the UK, they call them that. Tiggy hogs, tomato bugs, wood shrimp,
Basketball bug.
doodle bugs, yeah, pill bugs, curly bugs. I mean, to me, it's interesting that there's so many. Like, what other animal do we have or creature that has that many names for it?
And those are just the English names.
that-
So when you go to other countries, they will have these things, and some of them will have, in Spanish, I think it's conchita, which is also a curse word. So just FYI, be careful with that one. I think someone told me when I said that,
You
and
said
she was
it?
like giggling and said, "Oh, that's a curse word."
Oh.
I said, "Well, okay, sorry, little roly-poly."
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have multiple different languages or there's multiple languages for these little bugs too.
Yeah.
So it's a neat thing. Whatever you call them, they're pretty fun. They're exciting. They're your natural neighbors.
Do you
and
talk
well
to
worth
kids about, like,
appreciation.
you need to have a TV show? Do you
Yeah.
talk to
You
kids
need a
about this?
YouTube
Do you
or
talk to people
series or
about this?
something.
Like,
Yeah, I do. I'm lucky that I get to talk to kids, but what I love to do is talk to adults too. You just change your vocabulary. I mean, you say crustacean rather than bug. You can talk about respiration instead of, gills, breathing things. So that the same sort of concepts can go any age. And why I love to talk to just the general public is that we can all experience nature in different ways.
And have a new respect for where we live.
Worthy of
and
respect.
the creatures in our own yard.
Or Roly-Polies.
the Roly-Polies.
There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah,
I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you for coming in. I
Totally my
appreciate
pleasure.
it. We're going to put, I'll go ahead and put a link on my social media to iNaturalist so that you can
please
play along. Maybe do the potato thing, the experiment, the potato experiment, and we can share those as well if you want to send them to me. Thanks for being here, Sam. Sam
Totally
the
my
Bug
pleasure.
Man.
Thanks for coming
Totally my
in.
pleasure.
Yeah.